Good day, viewers, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about web development, of which we are going to go deep into front-end development and its technologies, the languages and tools used in building up or structuring a web. So first we are going to see what is HTML. That is one of the technologies or languages used in structuring a web. Then secondly, we are going to look at what HTML stands for, its acronym, and a brief history of HTML. So this is what we are going to go through in this video. So first, what is HTML? HTML is a markup language used in structuring and building a web page. And what HTML stands for is Hypertext Markup Language. That's the abbreviation, the full standard of the abbreviation. So, and this is a markup language, not a programming language. It's a language used in structuring your web from grassroots, used in building a web page from scratch. So it isn't a programming language, so don't misunderstood it. It's just a markup language which deals with syntaxes, elements, tags in order to go about your web. So a brief history of HTML, we say Tim Berners-Lee is known as the father of HTML in 1993. There was various versions of HTML, which are HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, HTML4, and HTML5 as the latest version, which comes with new elements and tags. So HTML5 was developed by W3 Consortium, that is World Wide Web Consortium, and WHATWG, Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Groups. So this association or bodies collaborate and developed HTML5, which it comes with new syntaxes and new elements in it. So the three main part of an HTML or of an element is the opening tag, of which we can see the angular brackets, the less than and the greater than sign as the opening tag, and the content within it, then the closing tag, that is the angular bracket with a forward slash within it. So this signifies the elements, a complete set of an element. So whatever that is being previewed on the net, it's been enclosed within those angular brackets, and so that's what the browser do interpret and display for the user on a web browser or a web page. So before we get started, what we need to know is before starting this front-end development or starting coding with HTML, all you need is a code editor, which you can probably use a Notepad code editor or an Atom code editor or a Visual Studio code editor, and also a browser, either Chrome or Firefox. Any of the browsers can serve. So today here we are going to use VS Code to start building our first web page. So you should walk through with me through this video, and you'll see how you can go on building a web page from scratch and understanding the syntaxes, the basic conventions on structuring your page, and some many other things that comes along with. Here we are on Visual Studio Code, of which I'll walk you through the basic main root document tags of HTML. So here you can see a well formatted document tag of HTML, of which it's used in building a web page from scratch. These are the building blocks of HTML. So as you can see, it's the first line of the document, this signifies the document declaration, which tells the browser that this document, particular document that we are writing, it's no any other HTML but HTML5. That's, you see, doc type HTML. So it tells the browser that this is an HTML5 document that we are about writing. So the second tag after it is HTML. So whatever that you do in building up or structuring a web page, it has to do with an opening tag and a closing tag. So the opening tag of an HTML comes after the declaration, and the closing tag of an HTML comes after any other thing being written. So after it, we have two main segments of the document, that is the head tag within the HTML file or document, and we have the body tag. The head tag is used to define some basic rules or information, past information to the browser to dictate or to read and make clarities on the web page. So as you can see, we have the meta tag, we have the title. So this title tag, it's whatever the title of your web page is, you write it there and it will preview at the title bar of your web browser. So this is what it is. Then after writing the title, you close the head tag with a / closing tag. That is to signifies that this we are closing, we are done with the head part. So the next segment is the body tag. The body tag, it starts with an opening tag of a body and a closing tag of a body. So whatever that is being previewed on the web browser or a web page, it's being written within the body tag and within those enclosed elements. So this is the basic structure. We have the new elements that HTML5 comes with is the main elements. The main elements as the opening and closing tag, which defines the complete documents or a container to wrap up the content of your web page. So it serves like as a container. It defines the main content of the page, so of which within we are having the header, which defines the header of your page, and we have the navigation of your page. If you have a multiple page, you can navigate from this page to another page with the navigation tag. So all we are going to see how you go about them, structuring them on your web, depending on what type of content you are creating. So we are having the section tag, which defines a particular section on your web page. We are having the paragraph, that is the p tag, which defines a paragraph depending on what content you are writing. Then the footer, which defines the last segment of a web page. So this footer, it's used to pass on extra or additional information. So here we are going to save the file. Okay, here we are going to write the save our first HTML document as index.html. So this .html extension tells the browser, or tells the browser that this is no any other document being written, is an HTML document. If we are to erase the .html, automatically it's going to save it as a text file. So if we save it as .html, then we'll minimize and go to the folder that we saved the document in. Go to the folder, save it here. Save it here. So automatically, by saving with the .html extension, it takes the icon of your default browser. That is, it is going to be previewed by a browser or interpreted by a browser. So it automatically cloned the icon of your web browser. So we'll click on it to open it on the browser. We'll see what we have written, whether the tags are being included or not. So this is our web page. This is our first web page that we've written. As you can see, this is the document. That's our title. Whatever you write as a title is going to show at the title bar up there. And also this is our main container or the word wrapper here, and we write I am, and header. That's the first one, the header tag that we used to indicate the header. The second tag that we used, we indicate the navigation. The third tag, we indicate the section, and the fourth tag, we indicate a paragraph, while the fifth part, we indicate the footer part. So this is it all about. So we are having a lot more of tags in HTML to use, and they are being segmented into two different portions, that is the semantic tags and the non-semantic tags. The semantic tags are tags that clearly defines themselves by itself. So we will look at that